We are now in Colombia. The Senate is holding its final debate on the labor reform proposed by the opposition. Workers are holding protests demanding the restoration of labor rights. Hernán Tobar has all the details.
Teniendo como escenario la Plaza de Bolivar en Bogotá,
with Bolivar Square in the capital as the backdrop, the country's labor unions and social organizations held a national rally demanding improvements in labor policies for workers who are being harmed by a reform agreed upon by legislators from the opposition parties, currently being processed in the Senate.
Por lo general, la característica de este Senado, sus bancadas mayoritarias.
In general, the characteristic of this Senate and its majority benches of the traditional parties has been to legislate behind the back of the Colombian people. And today it has the opportunity to ensure that those 19 articles and what the government has proposed as red lines and more than red lines, non-negotiable aspects negotiable because they are the heritage of the Colombian trade union movement of workers, and we do not want crumbs, we do not want a labor reform that is piecemeal.
Reforma laboral pegada a retazos.
El descontento de los trabajadores ante la posibilidad de que sus derechos no
Workers' discontent at the possibility that their rights will not be recognized has led them to mobilize and make their demands visible in the face of what they consider to be a counter-reform by pro-business legislators. 79% of the articles have already been approved, with the pending points for discussion representing the most critical issues such as the night work regime, exceptions for micro-enterprises, remuneration for mandatory days off, and apprenticeship contracts, among other issues that workers are calling for close attention.
llaman los trabajadores a prestar toda la atención.
Hay tres absolutamente inadmisibles.
There are three absolutely unacceptable proposals that have been put forward by the oligarchy parties in the Senate plenary session.
Es el contrato por horas que acaba con la estabilidad laboral, así diga otro artículo.
Which is the hourly contract that ends job security, even though another article states that indefinite contracts will be the norm, the social protection floors that end the minimum wage level.
Acaban con el nivel mínimo del salario mínimo, cosa que no estamos de acuerdo. Y la jornada laboral,
which we do not agree with, and the weekly working hours of 4 for 3, 4 days of work for 3 days of rest, which implies exhausting 11-hour working days and which eliminates overtime.
11 horas, y con lo cual acaban con las horas extras.
Mientras, al interior del Congreso, los parlamentarios
While inside the Congress, members of Parliament began the plenary session after 1 p.m. and addressed the agenda related to the vote and discussion of the articles that complete the labor counter-reform. Expectations were growing outside, and both workers and political sectors of the coalition were joining the alternative of a popular consultation as a way to secure labor rights in the face of the possible approval of an article that blurs the essence of the reform that was initially proposed.
la reforma que se planteaba inicialmente.
A la altura de hoy, faltando pocas horas,
As of today, with only a few hours to go, the card is more or less cut, although the people continue to pressure. Here is a very important rally of young people and workers who have come to hold a sit-in, and it is happening all over the country. The president's firmness in putting the popular consultation on the horizon, I think, explains what is happening there.
popular, creo que explica lo que está ocurriendo allá.
Los trabajadores y demás sectores que se han sumado a estas actividades exigen
Workers and other sectors that join these activities demand that parliamentarians stop legislating behind the people's backs and bowing to the business class in the final debate on this reform. Otherwise, they will take to the streets for a popular consultation.
para la consulta popular. Hernán Darío Tobar Gaitán, teleSUR, Bogotá, Colombia.